was prepared for that, but the Mutalisks coming this quickly totally fucked him up. I mean, no turrets, no nothing. He gets the Valkyrie out now, but as soon as a few Scourges come out, that Valkyrie is gonna do absolutely nothing at all. Oh, Savior actually already has his third up and running and transferring 3 drones to it. So, or 4 drones, sorry. So, I mean, Savior taking a commanding lead in this game. I think he's probably gonna steamroll Upmagic when the first real encounter happens.
Yeah, and just it seems like Savior's, not just his unit control, but his strategy and his use of his units have just been so good. Like, he opened up with the 9 pool, but it was a safe move, and then after the 9 pool, he transitioned right into economy. Then he opened up with the 2 hatchery, and now he's only using a few Mutalisks, and then takes right into his 3rd gas. And Savior just been just using his units so well. I mean, Upmagic is fully devoted to this defense, and Savior running in here, using the Mutalisks to take damage there, but he actually got the Scourge. Nice control there from Upmagic, keeping that Valkyrie alive. I mean, you want to get greedy and attack the Mutalisks and hope that your Valkyrie, you know, survives if the Goliath can pick out the Scourge, but Upmagic playing it safe. Oh my gosh, Savior's taking a 4th gas this early. I mean, however crazy early this is what, like 9 minutes into the game? I mean, it's a totally safe move. Upmagic is completely pinned into his base, and he's really going to rely on a heavy mid-game push here, and it looks like, wow, but really nice move from Upmagic. He's actually moving out now. I don't know how he had the intuition to move out with these 5 Goliaths, but this might be difficult for Savior to hold, but he's already actually got a Hydralisk in, and with 4 hatcheries up, this is, you know, this attack is going to be squished pretty early. And Valkyrie coming out, 2 Marines and 5 Goliaths, more Goliaths rallied, but I mean, Upmagic is just hurting so bad. I mean, that early game move by Savior, as opposed to Upmagic opening, was just an awesome move, and Upmagic is in a lot of trouble now.
Yeah, I don't even think this is, I mean, some pretty crazy intuition to do this, but I don't think it's really going to work out. It's like, it's eventually it's going to get crushed. I mean, especially if he waits until they get to the Sunken Colony. If he waits till they get to the Sunken Colony and then he comes from behind with Mutalisks and Hydras, he's going to crush this. I mean, I actually think the Mutalisks will be enough on their own. It's just a shitload of Mutalisks. If he Scourges the Valkyrie, then this battle is going to be, he's going to clean up these Goliaths pretty easily. But losing 2 Overlords kind of sucks. That's a big, oh wow. Great clutch Valkyrie dodging there. Eventually those things are going to catch up though, and it's going to go down, but like, it was pretty cool.
Wow, that's GG right there. I mean, Upmagic is done.
Yeah, what can he do at this point? I mean, he lost his first army. His mid-game push is going to be even weaker than it is now, and Savior is already on 4 bases, so I mean, yeah, that pretty much ended the game right now. I think from the rest of this point, Upmagic is just basically going to be trying to build up an army to make one big push. But there's no way that it's going to be big enough to make a dent in Savior with his economy is this strong.
Yeah, and Savior now realizing that he's reduced Upmagic's Goliath count, he's actually rebuilding Mutalisks now instead of his transition to Hydralisk, and he's going to go in here and try and pretty much end the game now. He's going to go for Upmagic's Goliath count straight and just keep picking them off, and eventually, I mean, he might try and overwhelm them, but there's really no other reason that Savior would continue building Mutalisks. I mean, he could definitely go for a Hydralisk break here pretty shortly, especially considering that Upmagic is going to have to dedicate 100% of his resources right now to defense. I mean, he's still building turrets, 11.5 minutes into the game, now producing some extra factories, but I mean, that's how late Upmagic production is. Savior already has his 4th base up and running, while Upmagic is just adding factories now. And +1 armor upgraded for Savior. Excellent move against Goliath. I mean, Savior, you know, pretty much doing everything right. I mean, he hasn't really made one slip up here, and I mean, he's really punishing Upmagic for his build choice here. And it looks like Savior kind of going for half and half here. Mutalisks, Hydralisk, which I think is a good combo aside from the Valkyries. You know, it takes a little bit of Scourge control and some Scourge to take down the Valkyries, but the way Mutalisks, Hydralisk works is the Goliaths, although they're good against Mutalisks, it's only because of their range. And actually, nice move here, Upmagic trying to go for the Mutalisks, but Mutalisks actually take a lot of hits against Goliaths, and Hydralisk deal a lot of damage. So I mean, he used the Mutalisks to take up damage, and now that he's got a full control group, he's going to go again with Hydralisk, and it looks like Overlord speed. So yeah, he might be going for drop. I don't know why else he'd go for Overlord speed. Looks like he might move in for an attack here. If he drops on the backside with the Mutalisks support, that would be, wow, awesome attack from Savior. I mean, wow.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, I mean, when was the last time you saw a pure Hydralisk drop in Zerg versus Terran? I mean, I love it. Well done by Savior. This is going to cause major damage. And at the very least, it's going to force Upmagic to move his entire army back to his main.
Oh my god, I mean, lifting his command center.
Yeah, he's got to run all his SE waves. He's got to lift his command center. He's probably going to lose like a factory, some depots. I mean, this is just awful for Upmagic. I mean, he basically had to do damage right now. Even if he kills his entire army, he still loses the game for sure. Because he had to do damage. I mean, that was it. Just keeping him in his
lost his command center too. Yeah, that hurt.
Command center's dead. Yeah, this is over. What a slaughter by Savior. I mean, really, Savior, like you said, he did everything right. I mean, just basically completely overwhelmed him from start to finish. Every step of the way, Savior looked like he was just at least one step ahead of Upmagic in terms of knowing what he was going to do and predicting it and playing against it. And I mean, his macro, like his economy is so huge right now. There's just no way that Upmagic can keep up with this. He could probably go pure Hydralisks and just finish this game at this point. Looks like he's going to drop again. What a little cunt. I mean, that's a pretty ballsy move. Nothing
I think those are the same Overlord.
Oh, no, it's a fake drop. What a guy.
He's pretty much just taunting him at this point.
Yeah, really. He needs to start building 5 hatcheries in his natural Jade.
Oh. Yeah, we need to be seeing some queens here. You know, that's one thing about Savior, and he is kind of a mean guy sometimes, but I don't think he really does too much of the humiliation stuff. And, you know, that's another thing to kind of look forward, you know, a positive image of Savior is, you know, he is a strong player, and just like you said, he's known for that, just like strong, straight-up play, and he's not like a super cheeser or anything, but he's just an all-around a great player, and, you know, I'm almost glad to see him play like this. You know, Upmagic, I wouldn't say is the best opponent. I mean, he's a pretty strong Terran vs. Zerg player, and he's one of Eastro's best players, but, you know, Savior, I don't mean to be knocking on Savior, he played excellent, but he's going to have a lot tougher opponents here. And it looks like Savior moving in with his Mutalisk, trying to end it here, but he doesn't have any Hydralisk support, but he doesn't even need it. He's going to wipe out this entire push, and GG from Upmagic. So, wow, that's, I mean, awesome game. And if I predicted anything else, I mean, that game right there pretty much shows that Savior is going to 2-0 Upmagic pretty easily.
Yeah, I mean, I think I said the same thing, especially the maps are playing the role too. I mean, this map was just not good for Upmagic. I mean, and also that, like, I think Upmagic's build was really poorly suited to this map. I don't know, like, where he came up with this. Maybe it's just the fact that Savior really anticipated it. Like, I think Upmagic's build, while I think it was a poor choice, I think it would have worked against the 3-hatch Mutalisk build, because he would have gotten that Valkyrie in time, and if he got the Valkyrie in time, then he would have been able to.
And sometimes, I mean, players like Upmagic, and you know, all players in general, I mean, you really make a decision and you hope a player does this, and it's almost a risk-reward situation where if you know a player is better than you, you go for a big risk. And I mean, his risk pretty much was a standard mech build on a map where mech would be decent, but it's impossible to hold early game. And I mean, Savior, I guess with Upmagic, Savior saw that coming, and I mean, he pretty much crushed it.
What the hell is
so Savior, he's like, there's something crossed off on the sign. I don't even know what that shit says, but I'm sure it's fucking awesome.
Upmagic's name. Oh, what, apparently, did he eat a spicy pepper or something? What is Savior doing? What is that?
He's hot right now. He's on fire. Haha.
He's on fire. Well, I mean, he earned it, bro. That was really well played. Yeah, apparently he is hot. Like, what the hell? I thought it was.
Yeah, maybe he is. But anyway, dude, fucking enough Savior embarrassment. I mean, that's pretty much over. I want to move on. I want to see, you know, some more games. So I mean, I think we can wrap this up. I mean, that was pretty much a crush, and I think we have Flash Lita coming up next.
I mean, that game was like an utter